Probably think that's like the mark of the beast. For real, for real. Especially with that Neuralink.
Chip in your brain that's equipped with an AI that provides you with any answer you need.
Alright y'all, welcome back to a whole nother video. Whoa, I'm kind of too zoomed in. Let me zoom out just a tad bit tight. But nah, welcome back to a whole nother video. My name is Fonzo Cherry, and if it's your first time here, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the boy. This is mainly about reactions, vlogs, lifestyle. If you're into that type of stuff, if you're into energy, if you're into, not energy, if you're into God, excuse me, not that type of energy, but if you're into God, if you love Jesus, and if you want good people around you, feel free to subscribe to your boy. And today we're gonna go ahead and react to what if you traveled 1 million years into the future. I'm always into like how the future would look like, so this should be interesting, but it only has 7 minutes. It has 7 minutes to captivate me to continue to watch more. This is a 53-minute video, but we're watching 7 minutes. If it doesn't catch my vibe, it doesn't intrigue me, we're going to the next video. So let's see what this video got to offer. Let's go.
1,000 years into the future, humans might look like this.
Not even gonna hold you. That movie that they just showed in the beginning, super crazy, super scary. It's called Splice. If you've seen it, you know. Like, I don't gotta go into that movie, but that movie's crazy.
This is Mindy, a model that shows what we humans might look like in the year 3000. Equipped with a hunched over back, claws, and a smaller brain, Mindy has adapted this way, primarily due to technology and cell phones. But this is just a start of a potential evolutionary journey of the human body. Let's travel 1 million years into the future to see the even crazier ways our bodies will evolve. Super strength, giant eyes, and edited genes are all things you might see later in this episode. But why are we getting all these traits anyway? Well, more on that in a second, but for now, let's check in and see what the next phase of evolution is for humans. 5,000 years into the future. Okay.
I gotta break this down a little bit for those who don't know. Like, when it comes to time, it's crazy because a million is 1,000 million. Like, just like put that into your mind real quick. That's not 100, it's 1,000 million. Like, yo, that's crazy for 1 million. But let's keep going.
Okay, we're now several thousand years into the future, and in many ways, humans would look relatively similar to how we do now. Yeah, if we look 5,000 years into the past from where we are today, well, humans look basically the same. The main differences are that, well, we're now healthier, taller, and stronger. This is primarily due to how our diet, healthcare, and lifestyle have changed throughout the centuries. This is speculation, but you can assume that a lot will have happened 5,000 years into the future. Changes that include space travel and massive advancements in technology and AI. And how we look all depends on where humans decide to live in the future. If humanity becomes an interstellar civilization, well, we might look like this. And if we stay on Earth and go all in on AI, well, humans might look more like this. So we'll explore a couple of options as we move through the years. The generations of humans who decide to go to Mars will notice the most significant changes. Mars's lower gravity would lead to less bone density and muscle mass. But the change in gravity might also lead to increased height and longer limbs. And
I want to ask y'all, leave this comment down below. Let's hear where everyone is at. If you could go to Mars, would you? If you can go to Mars, would you go, and why? For me personally, I wouldn't go, but I would love to watch somebody live stream it and see how it is and stuff like that, but I wouldn't go personally. That's crazy.
And there'll be a lot more changes coming up, but for now, let's take another jump into the future and check on some other options for human evolution. You know, in these hypothetical scenarios, AI can get pretty scary, but it doesn't have to be like this. AI can help you with all kinds of things, like creating mind-blowing images, writing emails, and maybe even help you create a full-on website. Crazy, I know, but Hostinger can do just that. With all the new projects we're making here at What If,
We're trying to get to the
we
bag.
wanted a
Can't be
website
mad.
to help showcase all the awesome stuff we're working on. And
Can't
we
be
didn't
mad,
want
but
it
we
to take
skipping
months
it.
to finish and end up costing us thousands of dollars either. So instead, we used Hostinger. And it's safe to say that technology will play a heavy role in how humans evolve. Traveling 25,000 years into the future, well, you might decide to have a designer baby. Instead of creating life naturally and leaving so many things to chance, you would select various traits for who you want your baby to be.
I've heard of this before, and I think it's like called like genocoding or something, like where you play with the DNA. And I know like with certain diseases, like you can go down to like the cellular level and see the coding of it. So I can see this being possible.
You could choose physical characteristics like hair and eye color, and much more essential features like the ability to avoid certain diseases and allergies.
See?
In a way, this is already happening today, but in the future, it'll be more advanced and accessible. It's also likely that humans will begin to fuse with technology, becoming cyborg-like beings. Think neural links, robot limbs, and sensory enhancements. Imagine having
A lot of us probably think that's like the mark of the beast. For real. Especially with that Neuralink.
chip in your brain that's equipped with an AI that provides you with any answer you need. Humans will have all these cybernetic enhancements that will make them smarter, stronger, and able to live longer. 100,000 years into the future. One of the ways which we can see how much humans have evolved is by looking at our faces and heads. As you see here, in 100,000 years, our eyes and heads will be significantly larger. This will be due to multiple reasons, one of them being that we'll be living in different environments, like space. Our larger eyes will allow us to see better in low-light environments. They'll also help protect our eyes from the cosmic rays found in space. On Mars, along with bones becoming less dense and limbs continuing to get longer, residents there will need to develop some new survival traits to last this long. As humanity has developed on Mars over the generations, well, they've been experiencing tons of radiation in their environment. That's thanks to the lack of an atmosphere on the red planet. Over time, humanity there has slowly adapted to this new way of life, but the radiation levels are so harsh that they likely haven't adapted enough to live comfortably. One of the problems with evolution is that it's incredibly slow. Seeing significant change in our bodies can take millions of years. So, to fix that, we'll need to make some changes ourselves. You'll see what I mean as we continue on to our 1 million year mark. 250,000 years into the future. Yeah, humanity was tired of waiting and waiting for changes in evolution to happen, so they've decided to do it themselves. We've been altering our bodies with technology for hundreds of thousands of years at this point, but now we're gonna take it.
All right, we reached it to our 7-minute mark. And did it captivate me or on to the next? And it captivated me. It got my attention, and we should continue watching this. This is pretty good. And I hope to see you guys on the next video. Peace.